Greetings, everybody. I am Tieesha, and I'm back with another great video tonight. I'm so excited about this video. I am here with my fellow Jordan, Mr. D-Base of Mind Games Uncut on YouTube. So I'm so thankful to have you here. And he was the first one I thought about with the title. The title of the video is um, how to create a generation or a culture of undesirables in the Black community. And when I thought of who should go in this video with me, I thought of Brother Face because he is uncut. He is just to the point, straight truth, no chaser. Here on YouTube, I'm gonna say thank you for being here. Let me know. Can you tell everybody who you are, where they can find you, and a little bit about yourself and yourself?
Yeah. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you great.
Yeah, because you need to come a little closer.
Okay.
And I can hear you good. Okay. So
Yeah.
so what they can find me. So you go to Mind Games Uncut podcast on YouTube. You can check me out on Spotify. Same thing, Mind Games Uncut, Anchor Radio, Apple Radio, and we got a group page on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how we get down.
It is so good to have you here, especially with this topic tonight. Pretty much like on the thumbnail, it's males, females, and effing idiots. So do I have your permission, since I'm on here with Brother Mind Games Uncut, to say the bad word?
Yeah, you can say it. Yeah, I've been cleaning it up on the cursing, but we can do it. It's your show, so we're gonna say it. Fuck
Oh my God.
it.
So males, females, and fucking idiots, okay?
Okay, it's a
And
lot
it's
of them out
not,
there.
and I'm not calling them fucking idiots. Where the way that I put that together is you have males and you have females.
Exactly.
And a lot of people get confused when we talk about males and females. Males and females is a gender, and males and females within the Black community are those who are acting on their lowest animal instinct. They are low hanging fruit. Once you get that knowledge of self and you are mentored and you grow into a man and you grow into a woman, it should be like, a process, and not everybody can wear the title man and woman, because you
Exactly.
have to elevate to that level, like a rites of passage. So when I come to the point and I say fucking idiots, they are idiots who are fucking, and they are procreating and multiplying and putting more and more fucking idiots out here, because you don't need to get a certification or a license to reproduce. Fucking idiots act on their animal instinct. They get together, do fuck shit, and we got more fucking idiots. Because I'm a firm believer that, stupid people, like the stupid gene is hereditary. You pass that joker down. And that's why when you elevate from that level of being a male and a female, you judge that other person. Like as a man, you don't see your ejaculation as just something to do. That's your legacy. That's your future generations.
That's
And
deep.
as a woman, when you see, a fucking idiot, a male coming to you, you are the gatekeeper. He needs you to reproduce, so you can starve him out of existence.
Whoa.
So
Dang. She
that's where
teaching
I'm
me some
at. Like I
guys.
said, I had to have Brother Mind Games Uncut. So can you
Dang.
give me a little bit of that, your insight, your input, as we lead into what is a male, characteristics of a male, and characteristics of a female?
So you say okay. So from that end, so I'm speaking for a woman too, or I'm speaking okay.
You can go
For
as a man, because I can't speak. I mean, I can see the red flags that approach me, but
yeah.
you are a man and you have elevated yourself from being, a male. You grew into that, and you had the rites of passage, and so you can identify and tell, give us that insight on how to avoid, males.
Okay. So we talk about from the male, not the female, just about the male right now.
Yeah, you're giving
Okay.
us the male perspective. Yes.
just like I ain't gonna lie, I was a male at one time, just
Mhm.
out there doing my thing, and some guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, some guys never change. They try to live their second childhood. You heard that song that Nas made a long time ago. Some guys just, I don't know, man, they just don't want to leave that life behind, and it's like, and a lot of time it goes back to them grown, how they was raised too, as far as not having a father in the house. Like me, I was fortunate to have a father in the house. All the wild stuff I was doing because I wanted to do it, because my friends and stuff they was doing it, and I just thought, I'm trying to be grown and stuff. But, in our community, I understand this been going on for a minute. It's not just been like in our time, but like my father, grandfather, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a process. Like, do you really want to get out of that male stage and become a man? Because because we need more men in our community. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of brothers, they were, um, I did it before. You lead a woman on, you know what I'm saying? And she might be a good woman. You like, damn, I know she's a good woman, but I really don't want to be in a relationship. I just want to, I just want to hit that ass. You know what I'm saying? just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And you got like two other chicks, you know what I'm saying, you messing with, and you leading this woman on and on. And I'm just thinking about it, how I used to do. I'm like, wow, it was a lot of good women I actually just used just to get my pleasures, like most guys, and still a lot of guys doing it now. And then when I get to a certain age, I said, hold on, it's time, especially when you have children. Like you have a daughters, that really make a lot of men. It should not be fair to women for a man to have a daughter to try to change his ways, but some guys need to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I don't want no man disrespecting my daughters like I did some women. I ain't gonna sit here like I was, perfect. Now I did some, some messed up stuff to some sisters, but at the same time, it's about evolution. You got to grow. You know what I'm saying? And then some guys just don't want to grow. But being a man, it's a responsibility because you taking your time to be with one woman. It's hard. We in the A now. There's some bad sisters out here. It's like it's hard, man. Like you with your woman, you see a chick walk by, nice, nice ass, and firm body, and it ain't about just the body all the time. It's just like, he's like, man, there's so many out here and I know I can get them. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you greedy, you hungry, like I can get it and I can still have my woman at home. But a lot of guys still do it now. But at the same time, like I said, we have too many males out here and I think we need more men. I push that a lot. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit more. I'm gonna get back into it. I hope I answered your question.
That was absolutely perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And one thing too, like people think that we're like saying, "Oh, we're so perfect, we don't make mistakes." No, like you said, thank the ancestors, thank the universe and the creator for evolution. Okay,
Exactly.
and once you know thyself, you know better, then you do better. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Speaking of that, when you said like men, they see more than one woman, that they're attracted to,
Yeah.
and I mentioned it in the last live program that we did that I'm a follower. I won't say follower, but I believe in the word of the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman by Sister Sharzad Ali.
Yeah.
And when our ancestors were in Africa, and then the Europeans came upon them, they saw them having multiple wives, the concubines having taken care of multiple households, and the women taking care of each other and their children. They saw that as sexual deviancy, and they exploited that.
Yeah.
And that's where we get today, where males and females are exploited and they look for gratification and that instant gratification and, and being fucking idiots,
Yeah.
doing it with no purpose, you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, the thing with that is, we gotta remember one thing: we have been westernized. A lot of black people, we think like Europeans. Let's keep it real. We don't even think like we lost when they came and took us, and some of us were already here too. But when they came in, they took us and they stripped away all our culture, everything. We lost our morals. Black people don't have no morals no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Like we live in an open society. It's funny. We say certain stuff, and we don't even realize that it's the same thing that oppressors are doing. Like for us sexually and stuff. Some things we haven't got to yet because if you're into porn and you've seen porn before and you look at certain categories, white people do certain things black people don't do. It's just naturally we won't do it. But just going back to what you're saying, even with polygyny, you know what I'm saying? Like I can get in that real fast. I think more guys, I hate to say it, males need to get into those type of relationships. You know what I'm saying? See that's what they want to do. Because a lot of times some people, it works for some people. They ain't just about the sex, it's about community. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with you on that, but it's just it's crazy because like I said, it's so much temptation out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I know how I was, and I know when you're amongst your brethren and you talking about women, and ain't nothing like a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a sisters, y'all, y'all got, hey, y'all, I mean, it's beautiful women all raising, but ain't nothing touching the original woman. It is what it is, and like some guys, we just greedy, we just hungry. You know what I'm saying? It is hard to fight that beast sometimes.
And I'm so happy that you said that because, in a way, our families are real dysfunctional right now. We call it blended families, or he got kids over there. And I know in our grandparents' time, the wives wouldn't know that the husband had a whole nother family until the funeral.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. And pretty much when you look at a male, pretty much, and the females that he's had children with, they're pretty much in a little community, a little polygamy
Yeah.
community. Y'all done shared the same eggplant, okay? Y'all
Exactly.
done shared the same eggplant, and when he gets mad at you, he gonna go to her. So y'all might as well, you know,
Exactly.
take the dysfunction out. You know, you don't have to have domestic violence issues and call the police and get them locked up so he don't have to be with that woman and threaten to keep his kids from him. And when he's trying to get a job, you don't put him on child support. That's how we keep our dollars flowing out. We keep keeping our domestic relations courts going. We keep the attorneys going. We keep all these different things going based on our dysfunction, the activities of males and females being fucking idiots.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, back then with our grandparents, we pretty much all of us had grandparents or uncles who had multiple children by different women. The women knew about it, but the good thing about back then, they took care of their children. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? Like they can maintain like two or three families and still be at home. But now is times a little different because people ain't making the kind of money like that. But like you said, we don't need. That's it. It's been going on for a long time. It's even since slavery. We can understand the slavery part, but now we need more men in our community to step up because look, we having kids, these boys, we can get into the other stuff too now with a lot of these young brothers, they don't know where they want to be, for a man and woman. So hey, I keep it real. Y'all know how we don't mind Games Uncut, but just that's the stuff we don't want to talk about. We try to act like it's normal. It's not normal. You know what I'm saying? We need men in the black community. We need real males. You know what I'm saying? I'm blaming the black woman too, because you got a lot of sisters that will defend that stuff, not saying that LGBT that I guess I had to say the right word so I'm gonna get flagged, but the LGBT is black people that's in the LGBT community. We know that. But my thing is, some people are not all born that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a system, man. We got to realize like a woman can't baby a boy all the time. He need a man around. That's another thing going back to you men. You don't have to be the biological father. It can be like uncles, guys in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Just step up and help these young brothers because I do a lot of mentoring and stuff. We do, it's you see so many young brothers just. I mean, they gone, man. Because think about it. If I talk to you today, you gotta go back home. You gotta go back to your reality. You know what I'm saying? And your reality is a single mother who's busting her ass trying to work, take care of two or three kids. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no man. She got her hatred toward a man because she messed up and had children by males instead of a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You led us right into the perfect segue. So, can you give us a couple of characteristics of a male?
I mean, a male handle his business. You know what I'm saying? First, he got to find himself. He got to know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, because you can't, you can't call yourself a man if you ain't handling your own business. You know what I'm saying? A man don't leech off no woman. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he got to take care of a woman because times are different. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like back with my father and grandfather. They used to take care of the whole house. These days, you take two people. I know a lot of sisters still be like, yeah, I gotta find me a man to take care of me. Hey, it don't work like that no more. Let's keep it real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sisters making more money than the brothers right now. So yeah.
And that's definitely a big thing because there's a big difference between males and men. And I notice a lot of my sisters that they get mad and blame men for the fuck shit that men
Yeah.
do. Like female. One thing that stood out, and I saw that this was a red flag. A friend of mine, she was so happy to have somebody
Mm-hmm.
that the dude moved into her house. And I'm like, no,
Wow.
ma'am.
Wow.
A man would never move into a woman's house because as soon as you get into you start getting in your emotions, you
Mm-hmm.
want to kick him out. No man wants to be kicked out of his own place. So I was like, that's flag number one. A male will never move in with a female, and a female or a woman would never invite a man into her house. He's supposed to provide and build that house, and she
Exactly.
comes in there because that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That action right there, a man will show you that he can survive and thrive with or without you.
Exactly. Yeah, he
There we
should.
go.
Yeah, exactly. He shouldn't have had to rely. It's the same for that woman. She should be able to hold it down. Most women can hold it down themselves, but at the same time, and I know guys told me, well, males told me, like, look, man, I'm trying to look for a chick to take care of me. and they find plenty of them like that because some women so desperate to have a man that they don't even realize that they know that he's using them, but they just still take the abuse. He might even be physically, abusive to her, mentally. Most of the time, he mental abuse, but and physical. But at the same time, why should you take? There's so many beautiful sisters out there that's like, well, I can't find a guy that's gonna take the best. No, I know a girl. Of course, I ain't gonna say the names. Beautiful sister, she get involved with different kind of guys and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because she want to feel wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, you don't have to do that. Find yourself, don't these guys only want one thing. Because if you put your see a lot of time, a lot of sisters put themselves out like that. Never start anything off with sex. Because when you do that, it mess up the whole thing. Guy think he just all he gonna do, he might bring some weed, he might bring some alcohol, whatever, to get you off something he know you like. And you know what I'm saying? And then that's all it is. Then because you ain't present yourself as a lady, a woman. You present yourself as a female. So he coming over there, he thinking that's all he gonna get. You some weed, whatever powder, whatever y'all do to get it off, and then that's it. That's all he want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I am so glad that you led us into the topic of sex. Like, I try to be I'm a mom. I try to clean it up, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we all do it. I have a 15-year-old son,
Yeah.
amazing father. I'm so proud. Like, I thank the ancestors,
Yeah.
that I'm not one of these ones like Mother's Day and Father's Day is fine. And oh, it's so hard. I haven't had a tough day. Like, my life has gotten better every day of my life for the last 15 years has been great because he has given me this great, great gift. He's definitely 50% the best of me and the best of him. So
That's
I'm just
cool.
so happy. And I noticed that a lot of females, they made these poor choices in who they procreated with.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit the difference between intimacy and fucking like idiots?
I mean, my thing is this. Like, I know we all make mistakes. I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, two of my boys, is when I was out there, and my two girls from my ex-wife. And the thing is, because I say this, I got to make sure when I say this, I can't be judging people because I got 4 kids. But
Oh no, no, not at all to talk down on anybody, but I'm
yeah,
just saying those who are out here, they haven't, been in that place where I've made a poor choice in the parent. I'm not saying this females, but males as well. There are males who wish that their child prior to them meeting the woman of their dreams, who was of substance and quality, was with her,
yeah.
but he happened to get caught up in his emotions. So can you talk about when someone is looking for or is out here and they are about to get intimate and get serious with someone, what are some things they should consider? Like, what is love compared to lust?
My thing is, I think from the get go, we talk about this all the time. Like, before you get with somebody, just to put everything on the table. Like, look, do you have a high sex drive? You know what I'm saying? How often do you have how often do you have sex? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get every day. I'm just speaking myself. I can do it every day. But I'm just saying that woman, she might be a good woman. She probably don't want to do it every day. Now I ain't gonna hold that against her. We don't have to have sex every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is your head at? How was your last relationship? Well, because see, a lot of times you give somebody, they're gonna rate you like they rate the last guy. You know what I'm saying? Because she might have gave all her stuff to him, and she gonna always have a defense of. I see a lot of sisters like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you should always put everything on the table from the get go. Let them know what's up. You want to wait till we have sex to get to know each other a little bit better. If we trying to be in a relationship, that's different. Now we just fucking. We just that's what it is. Like, and I think a guy should let women straight up and let them know, look, that's all we doing. If we just having sex, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no strings attached. But see, the thing about it, you gotta be careful with that too, because women are emotional. Guys are too. Yeah, y'all see me. Guys are too, but at the same time, women will cling on faster because it's their natural state. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? A guy, he can, yeah,
I could jump in real quick. That's the thing. You brought up this whole casual sex thing, and we are as Black women, we're put out there. Our image that people see around the world of us
mhm,
is actually our worst.
yeah,
The ones who are out there with their ass out, looking stupid with Kool-Aid color wigs on, and sticking out there, flicking their tongues, and just being over sexualized and just exploited. That's what people from other cultures around the world look at us for that. I remember
exactly.
when I was active duty and I was in Spain, these Spanish dudes, they saw me because I'm like, the only black woman, out there, and they're like, Beyonce, Beyonce, drop
Hmm.
it, shake it. I'm like, you better go
Wow.
some damn where, But that's the image they see of us from around the world, and that's the image they think that all of us are like that. And when you say so, this whole like women's liberation, it is not liberating to be sexually explicit and to show the world that your worth is how you use your body to produce an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're here for. You want if you want a man to see more to you than your sexuality, show him something else. You need to elevate your mind. You need to get involved in other stuff that doesn't lead to you showing off your body and performing sex acts. That's just
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought but yeah, that was the thing. We cannot do casual sex. We have emotions, okay,
Yeah.
and we get attached, and that's when the whole. I'm pretty sure you saw that viral video on social media of the female who ran up to the townhouse and pulled
Rip
off
the
the screen.
door. Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, this sister. Hey man, you can't play with a sister like that. I said, boy, either the dick was that good or he ripped her off with some money. And I'm like, dang, like this dude. I mean, this chick, this sister. I'm like, how the hell? And he didn't open that door either.
That was one hell of a screen door because it survived for a minute. But boy, when she wrote down, even the other one who was pouring the gasoline in the SUV
That was
and it blew
stupid.
up on her,
That was stupid.
we cannot do these things as much as they make these celebrities and it's pouring down rain, and so I may lose signal, and
That's cool.
yeah, so I'm just giving you a warning, it's coming
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
But we cannot engage and treat sex as if we are men. We can't do
Yeah.
it like that. We can't. And
Yeah.
it's
Cause
there
some
there is, you can't complain over a double standard. Like, we're women, we're supposed to hold a certain moral value about ourselves. You just
exactly.
can't get over it, you can't fight it.
Yeah, because there's some guy like say, especially if a brother can perform very well, you know what I'm saying? He packing and he put it down. See, the thing is, you know, some guys know they can get away with. Cause let me tell you, I talked to some sisters. I said, what's more important, sex or money? Don't you know? Majority of them told me sex. I like wow, cause see, most of these sisters can get it. They get their own money, but they said they need a guy who can dig them down good. I'm like, wow, really? I like that more important than getting your money. But I guess, and I'm talking about like 1 out of 10, 8 of them said that, and I was like, wow. So you gonna put yourself because remember you sharing energy. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? You got some toxic energy out there. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know who the last person that man been with. You know what I'm saying? And like that girl you talking about who tore the damn door off. I'm telling you, man, that jump was crazy. Like, I mean, when it get to that point, when you start checking people's phones and stuff and all that, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like if a man checking a woman's phone, woman checking a man's phone. I hear people talking about I check my man's phone. I got homeboys like, man, I check my woman's phone. I ain't doing all that. Cause if you dig far enough, you're gonna find something. I'm sorry. It's facts.
Absolutely, and you hit it right on the head. And one thing that females don't give a crap about is, the dudes they let run up in them. And
Yeah.
that's why I would say to my brothers, the first sign that you are with a female, you go in her bathroom and she got all types of stuff to make her pocketbook smell good. I was like an old lady, make her, her pocketbook smell good, because she done let dudes that whose diet consists of weed and, you know, Wingstop and Hennessy just do its thing all up in her. And when you said that there was a female who said, what's more important, sex or money? I've been into people's homes, when like I was in patrol, and you look and that house is dirty as hell. Dude ain't got no money, and it just smell like they just set up in there fucking all day in this house. Like, that's why y'all fighting, because y'all ain't got shit to do to sit up here and just fuck all day. And then when
Exactly.
y'all done with that, y'all start arguing and fighting.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't do the simple things anymore. They don't go to the parks. Look,
Hmm.
it don't cost money to be in a good relationship. You can go out to the park. You can go. I mean, just a lot sightseeing. It's a lot of stuff you can do free. You know what I'm saying? White people do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start doing the simple things again. You can't go out there and buy Gucci and all that crap for no woman to make it. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes get some flowers and bring it home and just give her flowers. And no sex involved. Just how you doing, baby? Massage her feet. You know what I'm saying? Go in and cook some dinner for her. Run her bath. Some bubble bath stuff like that. simple stuff. That stuff's still in, guys. Guys still do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's so important that you brought that up, because that's one sign where you can recognize a male and a female, is that they pay attention to their exterior and not the interior.
Exactly.
That you wouldn't believe how many guys I came in contact with. For some reason, males prefer to have a woman officer search them when they get arrested. Like, I actually had a brother tell me when I was like arresting him and I had to search him for, contraband and stuff like that. He was like, the way you searched me, it was like a massage. Just I almost fell over, fell asleep. I'm like, okay,
He wants you to find that too.
right. I'm like, oh my god, I have some stories.
Yeah.
But one thing I would notice, I would see a brother, and it's like, okay, he would have on like name brand belt, some fresh shoes, and something that says some diamonds in his ear, or rhinestones, or cubic zirconium.
Yeah.
But as I'm searching them, drawers all dirty, and when you got to take their shoes off to make sure there's no contraband in it, they'll have the tube socks all rolled up to be anklets, but they dirty as hell.
Yeah.
His pockets don't have any money, no credit card, no nothing. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is it about you that had y'all doing this, or had this going on? And he
Exactly.
would say, they, in other words, they like the eggplant. And I'm like, damn.
Damn. And I'm gonna tell you too, we gonna have the real talk. Black men, I'm talking to y'all. We gonna have to. We gotta bring classy back. I always say hashtag classy is back. I used to do that a lot, do pictures and stuff. We gotta know how to dress, man. Like, it's cool to be relaxed sometimes, wear t-shirts or whatever, jeans, but have your pants up. You got guys my age. I'm 45 years old. You got guys my age, pants hanging off their ass. That's, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to talk to a black woman. Learn how to pull the chair for, open the door for. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We don't do stuff like, we think it's corny. Some guys do it, but not enough. I went out, opened the door for sisters. They looking at me like I'm an alien. Like, who do that? Yeah, I mean, because they're not used to seeing men do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying we don't do it, but we don't do it enough. And every time they show us on TV, music videos and stuff, it's always disrespecting black women. You know what I'm saying? Call them out their names and stuff like that. And we got to stop there. It's up to us. I don't care if it ain't about being with these labels anymore, because you can push your own music now. Everything's streaming. You know what I'm saying? So you got to control your own stuff. But you can't let these people make it seem like we savages. And some of y'all, this with that world star crap, all that, I can't stand that. Y'all disrespecting the black woman, disrespecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just it's really got to the point now that you can't even reverse some of it. Some of y'all gonna be lost straight up. You know what I'm saying? So we need the real black men to step up and all the male to step down.
And I'm so glad that you led us into that, bringing classy back. And to my sisters, we must, despise and reject everything that puts us into a negative light. We've been bamboozled. And speaking of bamboozled, I did a review on that movie some ways back, but check out the movie Bamboozled, okay?
Oh yeah.
But also too, I'm gonna introduce this book. Not a lot of people have this book, but it's called Condemnation of the Goddamn. And there's a word that I covered up. But if you can find this book, it just tells how we have been bamboozled, designed to be undesirable. And other people are making billions, trillions off of us because
Exactly.
we are dysfunctional. We're trying to escape who we are, prove ourselves through superficial things, and we're just vibrating so low. Sisters, that's why I used the thumbnail for this video. The chick with the 30-inch lashes and the pink hair.
Yes.
I have another video coming up, and I'm gonna team up with another brother. And I was like asking him, like, what is, as a single woman here in this area, what is my competition like? Am I out of, like, do I measure up or what? He's like, no,
Don't do
you
it.
are good. And I'm like, why is that? And he's like, because you actually look like a woman.
Exactly.
The females that we have to choose from, they look like transsexuals. They look like drag queens, like contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I hope I don't get flagged, but I'm just saying, like, sisters, why are you going through all this to not look like a woman? Like, we got these crusty edges on our wigs, these long ass eyelashes. contouring our nose. Like, oh my gosh, why are you
Wow.
contouring your nose? Like, we are supposed to have this nose. Like, other people are paying to get their lips plumped and bad asses.
Exactly.
He was like, "You look like a woman." And I'm
Yep.
like, "Thank you." You know?
We-
So we must bring the classy back. When you I'll post a picture of my grandmother. You know, they used to go to the after hour spot or whatever. I'll put a picture of, how she looked compared to some people at the club now. And we must bring classy back, sisters. We have got to, despise the ratchet behavior. It's not cute. It is not. And those who are subscribing it and prescribing it to us, they're doing it because it's for their benefit. They sell the records, they put the videos on TV, they run the airways, they make money off us buying ugly wigs and eyelashes and stupid stuff.
yeah, we gotta stop. And another thing, sisters, brothers don't give a damn about no eyelashes. Looking like I don't know. Anyway, my thing is, you ain't never heard a man say he like eyelashes. So I'm thinking it's something women just like to do. Like you said, all that gelling your hair, trying to make like you got baby hair in the front, ashamed of your real hair. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Y'all know how. Look. Black people still hate being black. David Banner said it best. I repeat what the brother said. I ain't gonna take that from him. He the one said he said black people hate being black. Y'all don't like your big nose. A lot of y'all still don't like y'all complexion, your skin. You don't like your big lips, and like she just said, y'all other people trying to get what y'all got. My thing is, why would a black woman get butt injection? She mimicking herself. Now, don't get it twisted. We know all black women don't have big butts. We know all brothers ain't packing, but majority of us are. But why would you do something that you already have? Majority of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy. We up here trying to mimic ourselves. Don't make no sense. But we gotta love ourselves, y'all. We gotta teach our kids. See, it starts at home. Majority of y'all think like this because y'all didn't have nobody to teach y'all about knowledge of self. Because how somebody gonna teach you how to love yourself and they hate themselves? A generational thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody mostly love themselves in different cultures, except black people. I understand it was a process, hundreds of years of brainwashing, but we are smart people. We know at the end of the day, it's about using your common sense.
And that's one thing too. Like, if you are a mother and you are doing everything to not look like yourself, and your young daughter, you have her with frozen dolls, or your son, he's seeing you doing all types of just stupid stuff, you're breeding and you're raising, and I don't want to call them that, but you're raising fucking idiots because they're
Yeah,
modeling after you, and you're insanity. That's what it is. Absolutely insanity.
exactly. I understand you got certain slogans and stuff, and I got my own brands and stuff. But black people do not wear don't need to wear no shirt say savages. I, we don't need to call up. That's crazy. Like 21 Savage. I know it's a little name, his little stage name, but bro, don't call yourself a savage. You are playing into what they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? We got to be smart. Black people don't. A lot of times we don't think because we worry about success. We trying to get that money, but we don't understand. Like when it like Tariq Nasheed said it best. When they see one black person get we one big nigga to the world. If one black person do something stupid, they don't care how educated you are, whatever. They still gonna come. They, all us in the same, all the same. You know what I'm saying? I remember back when I used to go to the strip clubs a lot, and this guy was telling us he's from overseas, and he was like, you know what? When they tell us to come to America, they say go to the black strip club because the black women got the bodies, like they look at black women as sexual creatures. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they're good for is twerking and shaking their ass, and they always want sex, even though that's a lie. But that's the way they portray black women in the world. You know what I'm saying? And you got even black men that think that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking a black woman body just for one thing. You know what I'm saying? So your body is sacred. I tell my daughters that the body you can't let anybody mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said before, letting bad energy get up in you. And sometimes even when you get with somebody that's good for you, if you get with a man, it might be too late. The damage might have been done. Facts.
Absolutely. So, also too, one thing that's been coming up is the celebrities. I made some people mad on Twitter because I was talking about, if you're a female and you're engaging in reckless behavior, you do, and they're gonna get all mad. But if you're knowingly engaging in reckless behavior, you need to accept the risks that come with that, the risk and the consequences.
Yep.
And I don't believe that it's appropriate for a man to risk his life defending you doing dumb shit. His life is valuable, and because in the next sentence they turn around and say Black Lives Matter, what you want him to risk his life for your fuck shit? Make it make
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly.
Make it make sense. So can you let us know? yes, you are a man and you have that protector instinct and that duty. But can you explain why some risks are not worth it when it comes to defending females in terrible behaviors?
Oh, I could. That's easy. I mean, I knew back in the days when I was in the streets, man. Like, you got women. What I'm saying, it's in many ways I can go to this. Like, some women put themselves in a certain situation. Like, say for instance, she got beef with some girls or something. Of course, they probably got some guys they deal with, and she keep messing with these girls. Just getting into all kind of drama and stuff. Then you gonna call your man over and try to protect you. You know how many people got killed like that? He supposed to be defending your honor, but that's not in the right way. That's in a negative way because you up here doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? You just got some girls just ratchet as hell. I mean, just to keep it real. Some sisters, they just pay. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Some of them just so like I say, you got women, and let's talk about the women mothers. We didn't get into that. Like a lot of these sisters, mothers wasn't hitting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Grandmother might have been out there, so that's all they saw. So they don't even know if they see a good man, they won't know how to treat a good man. That's why some of them are drawn to a lot of the so-called thugs. You know what I'm saying? Because the males, because they don't know how to. If a real, you ever seen that movie, The Diary of a Mad Black Man? You ever seen that movie? It was like the spinoff of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So basically, his brother, he was married to this sister, but she always been in these toxic relationships, right? The dude was an architect, an engineer, whatever, made good money, had a nice home, she had a nice car, they had a daughter, and she, for some reason, she always argued with the guy, starting stuff, spitting on him, and he just got fed up and left. Oh, it's good. And when they finally divorced, she was with her friends, and he came to get his daughter, and he pulled up with a white girl. He was just dating with her, but he ended up getting with a sister later on, and they just went crazy. Yeah, you had to get your white woman, all that, right? He said, well, look, I try to make it work, but you had so much hatred in you. You know what I'm saying? Like you were rejecting a good man. You know what I'm saying? Like you wanted a boy. And a lot of sisters, they like that. A lot of them is watching this now. A lot of them will be in denial because they knew they ran away. A lot of good men because he wasn't hard enough, or he didn't have that swag, or he just wasn't packing. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of sisters need to step out their element and get with some brothers who they never want to get with. Because sometimes you had to date somebody that's, you know, ain't in your league, but just try it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of good brothers out here, man. But a lot of sisters, they want the other guy, and you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want a guy that's gonna treat you a certain way, a guy who's not gonna work, a guy gonna smack you up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get, so I hope they answer your question. I kind of went on.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad you said that. I just want to give a shout out to, the brothers down here in Georgia and in the southern area. I have experienced, southern hospitality, the most kindest southern gentlemen. What they prescribe to us on TV, that's not for us. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Like really travel, get out of your element. You're not, I can't say you're not, but some of the things that you're used to, you may not find a good brother there because there is low vibration and low hanging fruit. So don't settle and sell yourself short and degrade yourself or dumb down just for company. Don't settle because there's a lot of quality brothers out here. That's as you see, I drove across country 3 times, and my third time I called Georgia my home, okay, for
Yeah.
a reason,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
And do you have any words of advice for a brother that maybe be watching who can identify himself as a male who wants to evolve into a man? What advice can you provide?
Man, that's kind of cause it's easy for me to say, but like I said, at the end of the day, you need mentor. Like, and it all depends what age you talking about too, because sometimes you get a certain age, you pretty much set in your ways. That's why it's good to get these brothers early. You know what I'm saying? You need to start kind of like mentoring these men, these boys, teach them how to be men around about, be honest, 10 years old. By 13, he started coming to his own. You know what I'm saying? Me having two sons, I know how it works with boys. So it starts young. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get grown, it's too much. It's kind of hard to kind of tell a man like, look, bro, it's time you to settle down. And let me tell you, marriage ain't for everybody, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? But at least you still don't go around here just banging all these. One thing about it, if you're gonna do that, make sure that you and that woman got that it's consensual and you gotta understand it. But in the end of the day, she's still gonna catch feelings and
Protection.
protection. Don't be out here spreading your seed all over the place. Another thing too, brothers. Like I said, I got 4 kids. I tell my children, I tell other young brothers. That's another thing, man. Look, if you can wait, Wait till you hit 30 to try to have kids if you can. That's my philosophy because our community is so much of disarray right now. We need focus on building about economics. Make sure you got your stuff in order. I ain't trying to tell you the old school way. Yeah, get your education and stuff. But we need to have more entrepreneurs and stuff like that. See, that's the thing. You need to get with a woman. If you're gonna be a man, make sure that you got something going on. Get with a woman that want to build with you and she want to have something. That's a real relationship. Just sitting there how y'all paying bills and stuff, y'all ain't building no generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Teach your kids, let your kids see, like, look, mom and dad, they out here doing their thing. We need to do the same thing. Leave something for your children too. You know what I'm saying? Show, like even if you like other kids that see you, like your kids' friends, they see you, they like, oh man, I want to be like such and such dad. You know what I'm saying? Like we are one. It's one village, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we got too many young brothers out here. For instance, if I go, most brothers I go there and shake their hand, they're gonna shake my hand real light because they ain't never been around a man. You're supposed to grip that handshake. You know what I'm saying? That's something they used to test to see. If a boy, he's coming up to his manhood. A lot of brothers not. Now you got the whole, let's keep it real, the transgender thing. I ain't trying to get your flag on your show, but see, that's the thing I hate about social media now. They got it's social media control. They're trying to take away people so-called freedom of speech, and you can't really say what you want to say. And then, and when it comes to black people, we got so many issues right now when it comes to the community, relationships. Right now they say like 72% of black women are having children out of wedlock, probably higher than that. And as a whole, as Americans, that many people is not getting married. So imagine how it is with the black community right now. You know what I'm saying? So we need more men to step up to the plate, like I do, and other brothers I know. I mean, all across the country, because I'm telling you, the path we going down right now is not going to be good. And we don't have no 20 years and stuff no more. We don't even have 5 years. We need men to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? If you see a young brother out there going the wrong way, I kind of hate the whole situation with the water. You heard about they stopping them selling water because one little incident with some brothers, because they probably because of how they was raised, they went and robbed a sister. Now think about it. Same thing we talking about. Now these young brothers, 12, 13, try to rob this sister because she didn't want to buy no water, right? Now they got her scared for her life. They young black males, but she gonna look at black males a certain way. She gonna look at them like savages and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna hurt a black woman? You supposed to protect her. You up here trying to hurt her. And see, that's another topic right there, because like I said, do black women feel protected? Most sisters say they don't. I talk to sisters. Majority of sisters say they don't feel protected by a black man. That's scary and that's sad.
And thank you for bringing that up too. And speaking of protection and self-defense, make sure you visit my Timonics.shop, where I have all types of holsters,
You
knives,
think your brother shot?
much everything that you need for your personal defense. And that's one thing that, although, people are like, Taichi, you have all these guns and you have all of these skills and stuff like that. Yes, I can hold it down for myself, but at nighttime, it will feel great to actually go into a deep sleep. And you have a great man to listen out for burglars and stuff, and he get his gun and go check it out.
Exactly.
We absolutely need each other. For my sisters, one thing that I want to recommend. Now, you guys know that I haven't been in the church or Christianity for a long time. So,
You want out? Yeah.
my back.
Need back? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the elements from churches that I would go to is that they have this thing called small groups, and commonly when we get together, we want to party and bullshit. But we can get these small groups together of us, of like-minded people. We start teaching ourselves, about managing our money, reducing debt, how to cook a healthy meal, how to, parent our children, how to, we can. Right now, the schools are opening, and many people are fearful to send their children back. We can talk about all types of child rearing, have these small groups within ourselves, because you mentioned, yes, social media platforms are censoring us. But guess what? Social media platforms do not have to abide by the freedom of speech. In the Constitution, the freedom of speech is for the government to not impede on the citizens' right of free speech. These are all privately owned platforms. You can go to your job and they can, so-called violate that because they are a private entity. The government just cannot violate on your free speech as a citizen. I'm not an attorney or a paid spokesperson, but I just want to say that's why they censor our stuff, because it's their platform. They're not the government, although they may have ties, whatever. We don't know. We can't prove that, but I'm not going to go there. But we need to have our own small groups where we are building each other up and instilling values in ourselves in all over the country, all over the world, and we can start that, with ourselves. And I hope that doing this live stream with Brother D Mays from Mind Games Uncut, plants a seed in all of us that we have to start rebuilding. We have to close ranks. We don't have time to BS anymore. We have to close ranks and rebuild our people. And I think we're off to a great start. Brother D Mays, thank you so much for being here. Do you have any words?
Yeah, before I close, I want to say, brothers, we got to have that warrior mindset. We got to go back to defending our women, taking care of our kids. We got to you got a lot of brother. It portrayed a black man as being soft now. They put a lot of these movies like Netflix, TV shows. They always showing a black man. It's trying to emasculate the black man. Let's keep it real. Yeah, you got LGBTQ of all races, but they always try to focus on us. You know what I'm saying? They even got like Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying? You got some man grab your balls in front of your wife, as big as you is. You know what I'm saying? And they let it be known we own you. You know what I'm saying? Even with the whole Nick Cannon deal, obviously I still support the brother, but my thing is that when he had to apologize, it's showing the black man as being weak. Black women do not like no weak ass dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like she want to protect a black woman shouldn't have to be the one to protect the black man all the time. And that myth about black women, black women are strong women. Yeah, they strong, but they females too. You know what I'm saying? They want to be loved and stuff. It ain't no such thing as she's a strong black woman like she's supposed to go through so much stuff in society. You know what I'm saying? I even heard they said that a lot of black women who have they died childbirth. They have a lot of them had died when they trying to give birth to children. They say that doctors, this is a known fact that doctors say black women can endure more pain than any woman on the planet. That's crazy. That's a female. You know what I'm saying? You gonna respect our women. You're not, you know what I'm saying? They just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When you cut them, they bleed. But we gotta get out. We gotta get out. A lot of stuff we still kind of carrying on from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? We need to change that. We need to create, I hate to say it, a whole new culture now, because they took away what we once had. All our, all our what am I trying to say? All our elders are gone now. So I'm considered like an elder. You know what I'm saying? Like 40 and up, we like consider elder. So we gotta let our kids know that look, we gotta be strong, man. We gotta be warriors out here. You know what I'm saying? Protect the black woman, bottom line. Yeah.
And sisters, the black man is not our enemy. We need to, shut anyone down who come around talking about toxic masculinity, because they're not talking about Thomas Jefferson, who repeatedly raped his enslaved black women. They're not talking about anybody else who, did mess up us. The black man has never prevented us from voting. None of that. Okay, so we need to stand against that and stand shoulder to shoulder and be a united front. Also, one thing too, I forgot to mention it earlier, but like you said, we have to build a new culture and we have to lead by
The
example.
closer. The closer.
Huh?
Speak up a little louder.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
also too, we cannot put ourselves in danger trying to save those who don't want to be saved, and we have to acknowledge that we don't want unity with everybody, because there are some people who are just dysfunctional, and you have to let evolution do its thing with them. But team up with like minds, have a constructive goal, do constructive things, and we can rebuild ourselves and our families and set ourselves up for generational success from here on out. Really, that's
Yeah.
about it. So I don't want to say thank you to Brother D Mays. Y'all put in the comments, let me know if we should do this again. Like, he is just amazing. I want to say thank you for connecting with me. We have been Facebook friends all this time,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm so happy that we have constructive platforms to do great things. Do you have any final words? Let people know where they can find you, your
Oh
schedule,
yeah.
things like that, and go from there.
So make sure y'all go right now. Everybody, I need all her subscribe to come out. Go to Mind Games Uncut on YouTube. Subscribe, man. Y'all know that YouTube is doing a lot of shadow banning, and I keep it real. And they trying to stop people like me and her, but to keep just keep just tell them the truth. So yeah, go subscribe to my channel. Now I got a lot of good content on there. Check out my videos. Go to Mind Games Uncut group page on Facebook, and check me out on My Games Uncut Radio. Yeah, that's on Spotify, Apple Radio, and Anchor. Yeah, say Anchor. Yeah, Anchor. Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to let you get on out of here because I know you have another podcast coming up as well. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has joined us tonight. Like, this was so great. Like I said, I called Georgia my home because this is the caliber of brothers that we have down here. And to my B1 brothers, my B1 family, thank you so much because it was because of you investing in me. I evolved from a female to a woman. And I'm so happy that it happened sooner rather than later. And I just want to, dedicate everything to the betterment of my community. That's what everybody else does. It's just that with us, it's frowned upon because when we start waking up and doing better because we know better, that takes money out of other people's pockets and put it back into ours. So
Facts.
let's continue growing, elevating, doing great things, being constructive. Y'all stay safe out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. I will also have some links in the description for you to check out Brother May's work on Mind Games Uncut. You can find him anywhere: YouTube, Facebook groups. Like you said, Anchor, Spotify. You can
Yeah.
find his brother and get some more intelligent conversations like this and thoughts from a great black man. Brother May, I want to say thank you for being great, and I am your sister, shoulder to shoulder with you
Oh,
forever.
no doubt. I got you, Queen. Thanks
All right, y'all have a good night, and thank you
for
so
having me.
much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
All right, peace.